morning, Jean-Serge Gagnon here. As you can see, the snow is back. Let me just show you that a little bit. So yesterday it was really freezing, but today the snow is back, and it's coming back with a vengeance. Apparently it's going to be a big snowstorm. Anyways, today I want to talk about how to figure out your ideal customer. You know, one of the things you got to do when you start a business online is you got to figure out your ideal customer. You know, what's your ideal customer? Your ideal customer is the one that you want to work with, is the one that's going to buy your stuff, right? And you know, when we start, we want to sell everybody. We think our customers is everybody, and you know, to some extent you might be right, but the problem is that when you're trying to sell to everybody, you end up selling to nobody, because that's just how, you know, that's how marketing works. Marketing has to be targeted, has to be specific. You can't just market to everybody, because you're going to reach nobody, because nobody's going to feel connected to your marketing, to your message. And anyways, I was listening to Russell Brunson this morning again. I got his .com secrets book, the free ebook. I got the ebook. I know I paid for it, but he's got this. He sends the free ebook, whatever, and all this stuff. And it doesn't matter. He's amazing. I really do love him a lot. He's got really, really good ways of talking about the whole marketing thing, right? And he was talking about how when he started a business when he was younger, like, I don't know, in his 20s or something. And after a couple of years of running that business, he was miserable. It would be like, he's telling a story about how at 7 a.m., 7:15 or so a.m., he wasn't able to get up. He was awake, but he just didn't feel like getting up. His body wasn't wanting to move. He was like, and you know, he said that he realized afterwards why that was. He had been running a business for a couple of years, and you know, although he was making money and he was you know, successful, he wasn't happy. And the reason he wasn't happy is because most of his customers were not his ideal customer. They weren't the customer that he really wants to work with, right? He was making sales and helping customers that were really beginners, didn't even know how to set up a website, didn't even know how to get a domain. He was really after customers that knew all that stuff, but he never made the decision to decide what his customer was. So after that, he finally sat down and decided what his ideal customer, you know, his ideal customer was, you know, a certain age, had a certain business. His business was up to, you know, 5 figures a year at least, and they knew what, you know, online branding was. They knew what advertising was. They knew. So that was his ideal customer. He made a list of all the attributes. It's kind of like deciding what your avatar is, right? So your ideal customer is the customer that you're going to enjoy working with. There's no point in building a business if you don't enjoy doing the work, right? It's like, it's a job. It's a job that you don't even have security with, right? So you don't want a job when you're building a business. You want to make it into a business that you love. So how do you make it a business you love? First, of course, the product and the company and the type of thing that the company does, you have to love that, right? That's a given. But then you have to have customers that you love working with. You know, it's like, it makes sense, right? You wouldn't even think of that when you start, because when you start, you're worried about getting enough customers, getting enough sales. That's all you care about, right? But trust me, even if you get sales with customers you don't like working with, you're not going to enjoy it. It's going to become a chore. It's going to become not something fun that you want to do. So to figure out who your ideal customer is, just sit down, you know, just take a moment. Just think to yourself, who is it that I really want to be helping? Who is it that I really want to, you know, solve problems for? What kind of problems do these people have? What are they trying to solve? You know, what's their age? What's their nationality? What country do they live in? You know, do they have kids? Do they have, you know, a college degree or not? Do they have university degree? What's their education level, right? What's their upbringing? What kind of life have they lived? You know, what are the struggles they've gone through already? All these things, you list them out, you detail them out, and trust me, this will help an awful lot, because once you have that ideal customer defined, once you've figured out who that ideal customer is, you're going to be like able to write, you know, a post on Facebook or an ad or that's talking to that customer. And then when you run it as an ad, or even if you're posting it in groups and things like that, what'll happen is those people are the ones that are going to see it. Like Russell was talking about an example where he wrote his first .com secrets kind of book. It wasn't the book that he's got today, but it was kind of like the predecessor to that, I guess, a list of 100 things or so that entrepreneurs need to know online or something. I forget. I just listened to it this morning. I forget, but it was something that talked about and had some key words in there that nobody who's starting out would even know about, right? So those people would not, click the link or go to the ad or whatever, right? The people that he wanted were people who knew what those words were, who had been in business, who understood what A/B testing meant, who understood what these things are. And so those people would click the ad, to find out more, right? Because they got intrigued by whatever the wording was. And the only way you can figure out what wording to use is if you know who your customer is. So you got to figure out who your ideal customer is. Figure that out. Sit down and figure it out. And if you figure it out and you have been struggling with this, I'd love to hear from you. Send me a message or comment in this video and let me know. I sat down and I figured out my ideal customer. Here it is. It's this. This is my customer. And let me know how much it's helping you, because I know it will help you an awful lot. So comment in this video and put in there that you sat down and you put together your ideal customer attributes. All right, they're like I said, where they're from, what's their education level, what do they do, do they have kids, that kind of stuff. All these details, even their hair color, their eye color, their personalities, all these things, as much as you can come up with to explain who your ideal customer is. All right, and then comment below and let me know. And if you think somebody else needs to hear this video and they need to know about this, make sure you share this video and let them learn this as well, so that they can improve their marketing skills and their posting skills and everything else, because they're talking to the right customer. All right, so make sure you also go to masterofsimple.com, put in your name and email, get on my list so you don't miss any of these videos, and also enable notifications on Facebook and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. All right, so go to masterofsimple.com, get my free ebook and get on my list. All right, we'll talk to you again soon. Have a great day.